What's different now? What's different now is that you know exactly what you need to do in order to attract the sort of life that you have always wanted to attract. You have the willpower and the self control now. Those things that you wanted to do before that you used to, find joy in and those dopamine rushes, you don't even find that anymore. You don't find the joy anymore the way you used to. Now it's almost impossible to do the things that you used to do and find joy in them. And that's the difference, is that you're able to show up differently now because you've gone through the journey. You've gone through the hero's journey of, you left behind the ordinary life that you knew. You left social media behind. You left your friends and your social circles behind because they weren't in alignment with you. They weren't serving you. A lot of the time, you just felt out of place in those places. Online was not a place that you could show up honestly and authentically. You were trapped in this sort of mental image of who you should be and about who was watching your story, this and that. The difference now is that you're still susceptible to that, as all humans are, but you've decided not to let those things affect you anymore. Because when you went on your journey into the wilderness, when you went on your expedition into that territory that you found the elixir in, that thing now that you have that you're taking with you on your journey going forward, when you did that, you realized truthfully what you need to feel good in life, what you need to regulate your nervous system. You found those things on your own, just as many people in our society, in our civilization, have had to do before. They've done that, they've gone on that journey to find that truth and to come back into the ordinary world with that truth. That's what you've done now. And you've done this before too, but it's different this time. It's different this time because I think by grace, truthfully, I think that the biggest thing here is that this is beyond your control. You have definitely put in the effort, you've definitely made the steps, but there's just something different about it this time. There's something almost cosmic about the change that you're bringing into your life now. It's almost like it's written for you. And it's almost like there's nothing that can be done to take you off that path. And I think that's what's different now, is that you have been through the journey, the physical journey, and God and the divine has sort of crossed paths with you. And now you're just making your way back to meet each other in the middle. And that's exactly the alignment that's happening right now. Because when you do that, then it's making your way up. And you have ascended into the place that you've always wanted to ascend to. This is your most abundant timeline. No matter how broke you have been, and you've definitely been on that journey over and over again. You'd have money for a little bit and then you'd lose it, you'd spend it all, you'd not use it in the right way. But this time it's going to be different. You're not going to just have money to sustain yourself. You're going to have 10 times, 100 times that much. And God is giving you that because this time you're going to use it responsibly, because you are now the person that knows how to use that money wisely. You've been through the journey enough times that now you're going to be able to use it for good, to invest in your life, to invest in your loved ones in the right way. You're going to use that money, and actually, you're going to keep it to yourself. That's a big part of this journey now, as well as before. You might have mentioned, you might have gotten excited and told this person and that person about this, but you realize now and you recognize in this moment that you have to hold those things close to you. What's different now is that you have discernment and you are bringing in truth. The truth that you've learned on your journey, you're bringing that into your daily actions. You're returning back to the world. You might be online again now. You might be going those social circles again. But the difference now is you're not forcing anything anymore, nor are you giving in to these habitual loops that you've always been in. You're just sitting back consciously and letting it happen, and knowing that you can be the same way you've been for the last while that you've been hermiting, except you could just do it online, or you could just do that in public, or you could just do that in all the different environments you're. You can integrate who you are and what you know to be truth into that ordinary world. That's what's different now, and you have God's help. So this is just such an amazing time for you. This is the time to take those creative seeds that you have sort of um, planted a while ago. They already have a little plant growing, and it's now to continually water that, not force it. You don't have to like be like, oh my god, I got to make this work now. It's just keep it easy, bringing that vibration of ease and trust, knowing that God is on your side now, and that all things are going to work out according to your uh, according to God's will. Actually, it's beyond your own will. You are just a witnesser of these things, and that's the beautiful thing about life right now, is that what I'm experiencing is what you're experiencing. What you're experiencing is what I'm experiencing. The truth of this moment right now is that you are the way, you are the truth, and you are the life, just as Jesus said. And when we say you, when I say I'm the way, I'm the truth, and the life, I'm talking about God. I'm talking about the spirit within us. That's who I am. I am that I am. And this experience of connection that we even have right now is exactly that. Life is a trip. And the journey that you've been on, I've also been on. And we're not very different in that way. So if this resonates with you, it's because I've also been on that journey, and I'm going on that journey as well. I just want you to know that right now, if you truly have faith, even a mustard seed of faith, you will be able to move mountains. And it's important for you to stay aligned with who you are right now, to be vigilant with those old patterns that will try to come up, those old people that will try to come up. Be confident in what you know now, and know that there's no going back. And just breathe. Breathe into it. Let it happen. Have faith, but not the kind of faith where you pray about what you want, because that makes it far away from you. The truth is that it's already here, that it's coming. It's just about a matter of time. Have faith and pray more in gratitude. Thank God for all that is coming for you, that's already here, and just let it happen. What's different now is that you are who you are today, and you had a little bit, more than a little bit, you had a lot of divine help um, to get you here. There might have been some really tough things that have happened in the last year. You might have lost some people, maybe you lost one person in specific that you thought meant a lot to you, that you could have seen a whole life with. But when you truthfully think about it, it wouldn't have fallen away if it wasn't out of alignment for you. And that was the last piece of the puzzle that God needed for you to experience before you recognized that you needed to come here. That this was where you were always supposed to be. And that it's from this place, from this peace, that everything that you ever wanted is going to come to be. But don't let it be far away from you. Feel it. Close your eyes and see what that life is like. Don't seek the weak things like recognition from people, this and that. You know that that's not even, that you never really got satisfaction from that. When you were online and you were watching your story, you never really got true satisfaction, truthfully. It's about God's abundance. Close your eyes and feel that. Feel the power of the Almighty bringing everything into your life, not letting you ever want, providing for every need of yours, and more than that, so that you can help others, so that you can be a lender, not a borrower. That's the beauty of life, is to just know how great God is and to be thankful of that. I love you so much, and I believe in you. Just have a little faith, that's all it is. Just a little bit of faith. And take care for now. This peace sign, I saw this in a video by the guys that did Obsession. What is it? Curry Baker. And they had this really funny skit about the peace sign and about this guy that had to do a peace sign every time a photo was taken. And now I have that in my head. And I've never been somebody who's done that. So it's kind of weird that I just did that peace sign right there. This is the thing. This is like, we are so, not to make it a serious thing, but like, honestly, genuinely, we are so sensitive to everything we watch. And it just like gets right in our head. So it's also important to, if you're like me, you watch a lot of these aligned YouTube messages, these channeled messages from, but make sure you do it with the right readers. And if you get that instinct, you watch like a channeler, a tarot reader that doesn't feel aligned with you anymore, and there's that like gut feeling about it that this isn't in alignment, that you don't like the path that this is leading on, then just stop watching that person. Even if it's for a little bit, you can always revisit them later. But that's your divine intuition, and it's important to follow that. Um, Everything that we consume does get into our sensitive, sphere, this vessel. So it's just important to also be uh, very deliberate about what sort of messages you consume. Anyways, that's it. I love you.